Well, folks, we're back on to part 2 of finishing up the deck railing. So
we gotta do the two shorter sides with the longer panels.
we need to fit the panels, and then Bryan needs to weld the tabs onto the panels.
And clean them up with the grinder, sanding, wire brush, and then I can paint the perimeter with the primer, and then once I get a good day, I can spray them outside.
You're fitting everything now for the tabs up here?
Right.
And then grinding off the surface to make it a little more smooth?
The piece goes on this surface here.
Okay.
And this big chunk was sticking out.
Oh.
It wouldn't have laid flat. Now I'll fit it on there and clamp the pieces in place.
So that's your extender.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have to bend the flange
Oh, okay.
so it'll lay flat.
So that's why you got your handy dandy vise up here.
Yeah. Too much.
Oh. It really is custom fit.
Yep.
So now you're calculating your tab length?
Right, now I'm gonna center it between the two posts. I don't need this long of a piece, so I wanted to see how much I'm gonna cut off.
Oh, you pre-made a bunch of tabs?
Well, I've only made 4.
Oh. So now you just mark it with a pencil and to where?
Leave it just like that.
So you leave the clamp on, then you take it back down to the table and weld it?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Now that one I gotta grind that whole corner off.
Oh, yeah.
Almost there, a little bit more.
It's not quite all the way there. Nice.
Here, more.
Putting the holes in the tabs?
Yes.
So here's one of the panels that is all been fitted with the tabs, and before it's all painted black. Definitely need to prime the metal, exposed metal. Don't need to worry about the galvanized part, but all of the framing and all of the tabs need that primer on it. So using Rust-Oleum oil-based primer, doesn't really matter what color it is, so I'm just going to be dabbing this on with a brush. You need to really get into all those nooks and crannies around the hog panel itself, so as long as all of that steel gets covered out from the frame, then that's the goal there. So just the outer edges, but you can see just every surface of these metal tabs is important to get. Finally, a good weather day. Do some spraying. I like your canoe hanger. There you go. Well, it's going quick here on to the last one.
No, yeah.
So you got to mix up a little bit more paint.
Yeah.
Okay. Black paint with a little bit of thinner.
A little lacquer thinner, yeah.
All right, last one. Woo woo! Then we wait for the paint to dry.
I'll wait till the paint to dry. As we're waiting for the paint to dry, I'm going to go knock out this quick little project. I'm doing some trimming on the railing to the shed. So I was very focused in the spacing when I put the slats on. And when we got to the top, there was no spacing to actually get your fingers under the railing itself. So when you're coming down the stairs, the only way to really grab it is to either reach all the way over or to grab the inside. So I'm going to trim off that whole length. I'm not taking the slats off. I'm going to trim it all the way down. And the way I'm going to do that is with a vibrating saw. So today our video is sponsored by Viver. They provided us with this multi-tool. It's pretty slick. It comes with 6 different attachments. We've got this nice big round one. And here are the other attachments. It's got this one for wood and plastic on the end. The next one, which is about 1.25 inches wide, is for metal. Then another one for wood. Another one for wood, but on smaller. That one's only about 1 inch wide. And then also a triangular sanding disc. So that could have come in really handy when I was doing my bike frame a couple of years ago. It also comes with a nice case, hard plastic. So, you know, kind of a typical case you get with tools. But that's very handy. So here's the problem with the railing. You can see I covered up the actual top cap of the railing. So you have no way to slot your fingers in there to grab hold of the outside when you're coming down the stairs. So I'm going to mark a line all the way up, probably about 1.5 inches down. So there's plenty of room to grab in there. And then we'll use that multi-tool to cut all the way up to the top. All right, overall I thought that worked pretty good. You know, I was cutting with the grain, which this is probably not designed to do, so let's give it a quick little test. I'll just cut one of these boards in half, or cut it up and see what happens. I think it's designed to do what it was supposed to do. So I like the fact that it comes with 6 different attachments. The triangular sanding one will come in handy for sure. I love this little lever clamp to get the attachment off. It's real slick. And I like the variable speed. I don't know how often I would use that. Probably with sanding I would. I feel like I wanted to repaint my other bicycle, and so this would come in handy having a lower speed on that sanding because it's carbon fiber. I don't want to be too aggressive on it, so I think that would come in handy as well. So overall, I think it works pretty good. We'll leave a link in the video description, and if you want to pick one up, go for it. Thanks.
All right.
Day's still pretty early in the day, so time for one more project. So we want to get this radon pipe covered up for a long time. It's got a bit of got a turn down there at the bottom because I had to, when I put it down in the cement, I didn't realize there was going to be a joist right above it. So I had to zigzag it a little bit and then go out through the rim joist. So
it's ugly, is what he's saying.
Exactly.
He wants to cover it up.
So I built a little frame, some 2x4s, and then I'm going to put some of this cedar boarding, box it right in. You might be asking, well, why is it so wide? Because I'm going to put a mirror. We'll reframe the mirror, and that'll get hung right in the middle. This is our lifting rack, so it's nice to monitor your form when you're lifting.
So that's the project. Brian's cutting up cedar boards. He already put them in 2x4s, so...
Yeah, I've already got everything cut. So all the pieces for the front, we'll go like that.
Sun came out early. Brian got to work earlier today cutting wood, so...
Yeah, I didn't do a bike ride yet. But, we'll get this stacked up there. Previously, I had screwed all these on, but I'm just going to nail these on. Make it go quicker.
Yeah. So it should transform this downstairs space.
A little bit. Because we need the box to get up before we can do our drop ceiling. So this will be the last thing that we need to do before we do the drop ceiling around the box. So.
Cool. Got that done.
Turn.
Oh, yes, like a pro. All right, and that's how it looks, all finished.
3 projects today.
3 projects today, yeah. And then we're
Getting
gonna
some railing, got that done.
Yeah.
Another railing cutting.
Yep. And then we'll put the mirror on there, and this will be sort of finalized for this area. Not much left to do in the basement, just a couple things
The ceiling up.
that ceiling, maybe working on that mechanical room transformation.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, thanks guys for joining. We'll catch you up on the rest of the deck next time. Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.